Ho, ho, ho! Day 7, bitches. This is Anthony again. You may remember me from day 3, I think. From day 3, I think. Yeah, that was the Knob Creek single barrel that I got very wrong, but I did guess the bottle once I felt it. So welcome back. Day 7, I had a small accident off screen, which is why my shirt is covered in water. Don't worry about that. We won't talk about it again. I'm here to present to you day 7. I believe my elf just came in the room with what appears to be a very dark pour, so I'm kind of excited for this. It's a chilled glass, which I generally don't like. I think I can smell a little bit of the ethanol. So I'm gonna think it's above 100 proof for sure. Maybe like 110, 115. It's like a little bit of it's like sugary, like banana, like a little bit of, maybe a tiny bit of pickle. Tiny bit of pickle, which already gets my mind thinking maybe it's a rye. It's got that kind of sour, it has like that little sour downturn on the back of the nose that I sometimes get on ryes. It also smells like a little woody. Okay, overall, good body. It's kind of it's a very well-rounded drink. There's a little bit of heat to it on the end. I get a little bit of like honey, cinnamon, maybe a slight bit touch of like oakiness to it on the finish. Maybe just a touch. It doesn't taste like super old. There's definitely some heat on it in the proof. I mean, I think 110. I think it might be somewhere between 110 and 115 for sure, because there's a little bit of proof on this, and there's a little bit of a hug, but it's not very aggressive. I mean, overall, I think this is a very good pour. It's got good flavor, it's got good mouthfeel, good body. The finish is I'd say pleasant. I mean, it doesn't seem to be lacking in the finish. It doesn't just fade away into nothing. It also doesn't burn. Like the flavor doesn't change like from like the minute that it hits your tongue to when you swallow. I'm not gonna lie, I have absolutely no idea what this is. But again, I think the proof is above 110. I'm not gonna lie. If this is a rye, it's pretty close to a bourbon, if that makes sense. Or maybe it's a high rye bourbon. It's actually, this is kind of hard for me to distinguish whether I think it's a rye or bourbon. I'm gonna go with a bourbon, 115-ish, give or take some of the proof. It's pretty good. Like this would be something that it might be a little harsh and maybe a little bit heavy to start a night off with. But I think if you wanted to have like 1 or 2 of these pours, after you warm up with something, I do not think you would be disappointed in this. As far as price value, I mean, I would think, retail for something like this might be somewhere between $60 to $80 maybe. And I think if you paid that money for it, I've certainly had $60 or $80 bottles or $100 bottles that are way crappier than this. So I think if it's that price, I think it would be a really good buy. Finish is actually really good. The finish on this is it's excellent. I'm getting more of the hug now that I'm almost through this pour. I'd give it maybe like a B+, A-, or maybe just like an A. It's good. The flavors are very good. It's a balanced drink. It's got good mouthfeel. The finish is excellent. Nose as well. It might just be lacking one little standout piece for me that kind of keeps it from being in like, oh, this is a really excellent pour category. But there's absolutely nothing about it that I dislike. So I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm just going to get the bottle. And I just touched it and I think I know what it is. It's a thin bottle, so that already narrows it down to. Oh no, I thought it was the Hirsch. This is the Elijah Craig. So this is the Elijah Craig. Yeah, okay. So Elijah Craig barrel proof 130. Okay, 133. So I was a little. I said 115. I said it probably could be above. This is an old one too. Dang, this is almost 14 years. Okay, for being a 13 and a half year, this is 13 years, 7 months. Our group loves it. Yeah, the age on this does not come through like I thought at almost 14 years. The proof, I always, to me, this drink's underproof. We have some, Riley never seems to get underproof stuff. But to me, this is 133. I don't think it drinks like 133. It's much smoother than that. Maybe it's just like the balance of the flavors. The finish is great on this. Overall, excellent. Should have given it an A+. I gave it an A, but I think that's pretty fair when you just have absolutely no idea what it is what you're drinking. So again, yeah, this is the Elijah Craig C923.